Hi there, if you're looking to DoorDash, then come along with me. I'll show you the basics of how I do things. I'll show you some of my equipment. I'll show you around the app a little bit. And in the end, I'll take you on a ride along. You just gotta have a car in a working condition. It could be a rental, it could be your car. You gotta have insurance, you gotta have a license with less than a few moving violations in the last few years. So, here is a look at the bag that I've been using for the past few years. It's got two 2-liter pockets for those large pizza orders. It's got handles, and it's also got a shoulder strap option for carrying catering orders. Inside the bag, you'll see Velcro straps around it, and that's for compartment separators. However, I just use those boards for a flat bottom and to sturdy the bag. Since it was put into commission in 2023, this bag has done 4,867 deliveries. And I don't know why that feels like it was last year, but it does. Anyways, in a minute, you'll see that I'm just using this tired old bag as a shell, and I just got a cheaper one for now to put inside of it, since I'm not going to be dashing for very much longer after I move to my new state. And if I do, this one will just be my backup, and I want to get a Herculean off of Amazon. This one is called the Hot Box, and it has served me really well. I needed something decent, and I didn't have a whole lot of money to get started at the time, but this bag has done well. The next thing that you are going to need is a drink carrier. This is the one that I use. It is an absolute must. This is something that you gotta have. If you only have a few drinks, then you're gonna wanna have a place to put them and not in your own cup holder. If you have a drink flat, you're going to want to put it in your small box. Your small box is used for cold items, drink flats, small fast food orders, and soup orders like pho. You don't want to be going, what the pho, when the pho goes flying all over or gets squished. So here is all that set up inside my vehicle. I have my cup holder behind the bag, and my small box would usually go on the floor in front of that, but it is we don't use that anymore. I'll get a new one at some point, like if I continue to do this. And before we take off, let's take a look at the app, how to schedule, and a few other things. So the first thing you're going to want to do is open up your app and schedule. If you haven't already scheduled, the map will look like this if it's not busy, and so you'll have to schedule for a later time. If you're a top dasher, you can dash anytime. It's really pretty straightforward. Go ahead and press schedule, either by hitting that button or selecting it from the icons on the bottom. This screen will pop up. Select your time frame, and then go in there and select your start time and your end time. And then you can go check on your scheduled dashes later. And when you're ready to dash, this screen will pop up. It's going to give you the option to either do your dash pay per offer or earn by time. Please choose pay per offer. Unless you're in a really rural area where you have long distances between town, where all the restaurants and stores are, and customers, I wouldn't ever choose that. Now you're going to want to aim for $2 per every mile that you drive. Also keeping in mind how far out of your area that you have to travel, so that you know how much you have to travel back that you're not actually going to be getting paid for. Be sure to track all your miles so that you can claim those miles on your taxes at the end of the year. All right, now moving on. In most areas, acceptance rate only matters if you plan to be top dasher. However, your completion rate does matter, so if you do accept an order, you gotta make sure to follow through with it. Unless you know it's gonna take a really long time, or it's gonna be more than 5 minutes and you have something already in your car for another customer on a double dash waiting in the car. You don't want their order to get all messed up, so you gotta take the loss and drop the order. Okay, so I got about 45 seconds to decide if this is a good order, and it is. So I hit accept, and it automatically starts routing me to the restaurant. You have a 10-minute to make sure you get there on time, and if you can't, then call DoorDash. Contract violations are no bueno, and they could make you lose your hustle. Dispute contract violations right away. Do it right away. Alrighty, so I pulled up to the store, gonna get out of this navigation here and hit arrived. And I'm gonna head on in there, get somebody's attention. Now don't be shy here, folks, really get somebody's attention. And then all you gotta do is tell them the customer's name. And if you have to wait, just ask them for how long it's gonna be, if they can give you an ETA. So it was gonna be a little bit of a wait, it wasn't quite ready here, so I made sure to take the time to message the customer and let them know that there was just a little bit more time that was needed. And that's it. So you'll just confirm pickup, take a picture of the order, and if they request it, and then you're good to go. Pack that order up proper. And we have a second location to go to. Next stop is Wingstop. So as we're going to go pick up and pack up and jet off with a Wingstop order, let's talk about drop-off. It's helpful to check the customer's directions before taking off from your final pickup. And before we do this drop-off, let's talk about hand-to-me orders. Always take a photo. So before you get out of your car, take a photo with a picture in your hand at the location, and then text it to the customer saying, "I'm here." That lets the customer know that you're there and gives them time to come to the door. And it also serves as proof for you to save you from a contract violation. Now pulling up, make sure that you double check every single time. Double check that the address you have on your screen matches the one that you are delivering to. Now these drop-offs are going to the same location, but if they weren't, it's really important to also make sure that you're dropping off the correct order for the correct customer. Apartments can be kind of fun to navigate. So all that's left to do here is follow the directions on the app, take a photo. It's gonna fight you, but always take a photo. Even if you see here the customer is coming out to greet you already, make sure you snap that photo. And that is that. You can go up to the lines in the upper left corner and then go down to end dash. It'll say, "Are you sure you want to end dash?" And then you end dash, and then you get the dash summary screen. And that brings us to pay. Now, if you chose the DoorDash Crimson card, you can get paid immediately onto that card. And that card can also be immediately added to your wallet. Otherwise, you can choose weekly payouts. And after your first weekly payout, you can do fast pay, which costs, I think, $1.99, and you can get it immediately into your own bank account. So that's that. Happy dashing, and I'll see you guys in the comments section. Bye-bye!